the labels. He labels himself as a point guard, so he's not. He don't care. He come into the game doing whatever's necessary to win. So I think that's why his stats are not just as good as Trey Young. But like we go back to the assists, if he considered himself a point guard, and this man still averages more assists than somebody that considers himself a point guard, then what the hell is Trey Young? I'm still trying to figure
All right,
what
so
is his
like
label.
the thing with Ja, right? Ja kind of got the Steve Francis complex, but he better. And this is what I mean, right? Steve Francis will have 15 points, right? But we feel like he just had 30, right? Because every play a highlight. Every play he hitting somebody, it's a dunk, it's a crazy layup, it's a shot with some flair. Like, bro, we were Steve Francis fans, bro. Like, let's keep it 100, bro. Steve Francis ain't score buckets like that though.
20, about
Like, you know,
2018.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he really was like, bro, he'll get you 15 points, and it just feel like he had mad points, bro. Like, if we could go back and look at the games. Like, yes, he had big scoring games. I'm not saying he didn't have that. But if we really go back and look at the stats, look at how much he averaged, all that, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he was really, it's just that every play was a highlight. When Ja get the ball, bro, you ready for a highlight, right? And then so he talking shit. He everything is a highlight. So when Ja had 20, it felt like he had 30. When Ja had 30, it felt like he had 40. You know what I'm saying? He then, like, you know what I'm saying, he got his shot a little better. He got his team, they got riled up with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his personality with his game made a big impact. You know what I'm saying? But there was
The
actually a
point
lot of
guard.
guards that just stat wise was doing better than Ja. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
he Ja's a
It's just,
point guard.
it's just that just shows you that it's just not the stats that come into play with teams. Like, sometimes your personality can change a whole team. Like, we seen that with LaMelo. Like, you know what I'm saying? LaMelo personality, we know his game was there, but his personality changed the Hornets. His personality changed the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's something that people don't take into consideration and think about. Like, a personality could really help a team out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if the media just don't like Trey because of person. I don't know why they don't really like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they don't really like him. But he could do anything on the court offensively. Offensively, besides post up, you I mean, what else can he do? How you gonna
Can't really
stop him?
shoot threes.
What he say?
Can't really shoot threes.
But he shoot them and don't let him make them.
That's the crazy part.
And don't
He's a
let him
shooter,
make
but he can't really make threes. His percentage is not that good. But I'm not here for his 3 point percentage. I'm just trying to figure out the labels that's being put on certain point guards, and other point guards don't get that label, and this person gets this label. So I'm just trying to figure out what is his label, because he's doing both. He's scoring and assisting.
labels is trash though. Like, I put it this way: Marbury, right? They would say Marbury was just a scoring guard, even though he gonna give you 8 to 10 assists every game. He was a really a lead guard that could
Yeah,
just
he's a
score. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna label him as a scoring guard. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I don't really bang with the labels. I try not to label, but it's hard because when you talking, you know what I'm saying, you gotta say something. You know what I mean? But, like, so it's like
yeah.
it's hard to say, but like to me, that's why the labels is trash. Like, I'm more of like, I like, I test impact on winning, and then you gotta bring up the stats at some point, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all about stats, but you gotta bring up the stats. You know what I'm saying? And then let's bring up the stuff that don't show in the stats too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
so, like, when we talking about players, we gotta look at all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hardcore fans of certain players, they try and look at the player's best category and then try and leave everything else out. You know what I'm saying? But, like,
Hmm.
we really here with it. So we gon' knock on every door to make sure like, okay, this door solid ain't falling down. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you about two more labels before I go to something else real quick. So what is Shea's label? Because he is a point guard, but what what label is in front of his point guard to you or his guard status? Because I don't feel he's a lead guard. I don't feel he's a point guard. I feel like he's just more of a scoring guard.
Mm-hmm.
But when they have these debates about who's the better point guard, he's moving
In
up a
the
lot of other
conversation.
lists. But I feel like it's because of the scoring. It has nothing to really him doing just doing point guard stuff.
That's why
So for
like
you, where
to
you
me,
label him?
right? I think that a lot of people in our game is just a star player, right? Because like it like all right. So when we
And
first
De'Aaron
started,
Fox, let me add that. Who you would you label him to? Are they in the same boat?
De'Aaron Fox, I would say is like more of a lead guard, right?
Okay.
But I just feel like we in the era because like back in the day it was more like, bro, like your star player, right? Whatever he was good at, that's what you used him for, right? And then you still had your point guard. Now, you know what I'm saying? And now if the star player is the point guard, then you good. You know what I'm saying? But if the star player is any other position, you just used him for what he was great at, and then you still had your point guard, right? But now we're in the era of if it's your star player, you give him the ball. So like if you have a star player on the team and the point guard just a regular point guard, the star player gonna have the ball more than the point guard. You know what I'm saying? So the point guard actually gonna get a little hurt because where he could be making some plays, getting some more assists, you know what I'm saying? He probably ain't gonna get that because the ball is in the star player hands more. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times now, like somebody think just because they're a guard and they got the ball, like all right, they're the point guard. Like, nah, they probably just a star player. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said like DeJounte Murray, like I don't know if I would say if he really a point guard, he just more of a he would be the star player type. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with Shea, like because you said he gonna score way more than he get assists. You know what I'm saying? He might have a low assist game and a big scoring game. You know what I'm saying? So I look at him more of he the star player. You know what I'm saying? Like even same thing
Then I
with
already
Steph.
know who you're gonna
Like
use.
Steph, they want to say Steph point guard, point guard, point guard. I'm like, bro, Steph is a bucket getter. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
He's a
Steph can have
converted point guard.
right. Steph can have a lot of assists in the game, but he really a bucket getter. He really just a star player. Like we know Draymond the facilitator on that team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's not taken away from Steph passing. We know Steph could pass, but like his greatest impact come when he's scoring the ball, not when he passing it.
Yeah, and that's not his natural position. He had to his last year at Davidson, he converted to point guard.
Right. Before
And
that, he
and
was just
and
two guard.
and think about this, as we talk about labels, when he was labeled as a shooting guard in college, they went far. When he got labeled as a point guard and him being a point guard, his
It
team
was
didn't
an
make the
NIT.
tournament. They didn't make the tournament.
Right.
So it's like you said, like yes, by definition, on paper he's a point guard, but game wise, he's not really a true point guard.
Nah.
You
And
know
and
what I mean?
that's what
He's
I'm
a
saying. Like they try and put people in even though it's they right now we in the positionless game, like they just they putting people in positions and ranking them like that. But you ranking them off their star player attributes, but then you just put them in position. So you're gonna be like, Steph is the best point guard. Like, not really. He probably better than all the people you're gonna name at the point guard position, but he not a better point guard than them. He just a better
yeah.
player than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where it go wrong for me. Like they don't know like when somebody just a star player and the ball's in their hand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the media get it wrong to me. That's where the average fan get it wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just star players, and we just in the era of like we want our star players to always have the ball in their hand and they make the decisions. Which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but that don't make everyone a point guard now just because they get assists. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it
And
is.
my last little label for you, right? Just a quick throwback. If we had to put a label on him, what you think they would have labeled Baron Davis in this era? What you think he would have been labeled as?
It depends how they let him play. Cause like we know that they held BD
No,
back
no, I'm no
offensively.
this going up. Let's just say he played the same way he played when he got in the league, and he's playing that way now in today's league. What you think they would have labeled him under?
I don't know. Whatever they label Ja as. What do they label Ja as?
A point guard. So a point guard is more like
He's a
you
point guard.
you. It's almost like the Chris Paul, because the point guard thing came from Chris Paul, where you do point guard stuff, you lead the team to
I mean,
win. So
the
you
first
might
person I heard
you,
called the point guard was Skip. I ain't gonna hold you. But that
nah,
wasn't
what's the name?
NBA. But that wasn't
Yeah, it
NBA.
was Chris Paul, and it's more so you lead your team to win. So Chris Paul might have 11 points and 12 assists and got the W. They look at that as a point guard, and it's not too many point guards ever in the history. Probably gotta go Magic. If we going back in the day, Magic will be a point guard. Steve Nash probably be a point guard.
Well, I mean, CP was doing 2010 on the regular. That's
Nah,
what I think.
he do
That,
2010 because he's good, but
that's what I
he
think. That's what
naturally
I
went.
think got him over. Like, cause like, all right, so like a lot of point guards we had, right? If they were scoring 20 points, their assist was under 10, right? If they
But
was
it
if
ain't
they
just a
wasn't
scoring though.
if they wasn't
He
if
was
they
winning.
no, not absolutely. But I'm saying like a lot of point guards like from our era, right? If it was our era, if you scored 20 points, you probably wasn't gonna get 10 assists. You probably was gonna get less than that, like 7, 8, maybe something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and if you got 10 assists, you probably wasn't gonna get 20 points. You know what I'm saying? You probably was gonna get 15 points. You know what I'm saying? Up to maybe like 17, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul was the first one we really seen like, oh, he doing this 2010 on the regular every year, like really doing that. So like, because you gotta remember, if a point guard had 20 and 10, that was always a great game. Now Chris Paul making that a regular game. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why Chris Paul was different, like to me. Like that's why he was like when he was, you know what I'm saying, in his
But
prime,
but
like he was that guy.
but see, the reason why they don't call him a scoring guard, even though he averaged 20, is the fact that he has them high double, and he's taking minimal teams that have minimal talent, and he's winning with that. So when
Yes.
that happens, you don't look at the scoring no more. We looking like
Just
his
straight impact.
playmaking. His playmaking is greater than, yeah, he got 20, but we don't care about that 20. His impact is he's getting the team, he's
He make
assisting,
all
he's
stars.
facilitating, he's making everybody better. Even though he getting 20, that 20 don't mean nothing else. That he making everybody better. That's why I feel like it's probably
If Chris
only
Paul go
four
on the
point guards.
team, right? If Chris Paul go on the team, right? If you don't have an all star already, he gonna make somebody else on that team an all star.
And that's why he's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
point guard.
He
Even
made
though it's points is in the name, it's point guard. So yeah, he's getting 20 point, but it's a point guard. He's doing it. He's leading the team to victory. Like I
he,
said, you
he
gotta
made
go
David
Magic.
West an all star. Look what he
Yep.
did with Tyson Chandler, right? Look what he did with Blake and DeAndre, right?
So
Um,
everywhere he went, he's
everywhere.
always went to the playoffs.
And then yeah, and then like you said, he always making that team win. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I mean, listen, when he was on the
That's a
Hornets,
point guard.
yeah, he ain't really have a good team, but you know what I'm
And they,
saying. But they was winning. But it's just the only thing is he kept getting stopped by the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in the West, so you're gonna go up against he a type player. He gonna get the wins, but he probably gonna come in 8th or 7th seed. Now you gotta
yeah.
go against the best teams in the West. You ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Because your team ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he
So,
killing. Whoever the point guard is, he killing. But it's just that dang, you know what I'm saying? And then he always, I mean, not so much now, but back then he always gonna lead the league in steals too. So you got somebody that's he giving you 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying? He 1 through 3 in assists every year, right? He
mm-hmm.
getting you 20 points with that, and then he leading the league in steals, right? And he impacting his team
That's
crazy.
Everything you just said, that sounds like a
He,
point guard. Like it sounds like okay, that name, that label fits exactly what you're saying. If I heard the name point guard, all those attributes you just said were like, oh yeah, that make right there to make some point guard. And you didn't name anything with scoring. You didn't name scoring when you was just naming all that stuff. You didn't scoring wasn't the highlight
mhm.
of everything you just said. Like okay, that's why he's a point guard. And like I said, it's probably only been maybe four point guards. And I mean, obviously Steve Nash was never labeled as a point guard, but his game would be considered in that. Obviously, Magic is the ultimate. You're not putting Steph in there. You put Ja in there. You might
I ain't
put.
putting Ja in there. I
I
ain't gonna
put
put.
him in it just because he got them boys winning. He got them boys confident. He got them boys winning, and he do it all around to where even if Ja ain't scoring 20, he still could get his team a W.
But this is why I say it's a lot to do with Ja
God,
personality because when Ja went out, right? Remember when the Grizzlies was doing good and then Ja got hurt, the Grizzlies was still winning games because they had his mentality already, right? They took his mentality, boom. Now Ja out, we can still win games because now we still feel like yeah, we them guys
but
too.
that was only for one season though,
That was only
because
for once, but
the next following year. So
yeah, but you
it's
know
a
what I'm
good
saying.
point. It's a point, but you got to put him in the point guard because he still got his team winning, and he's not doing it. He's not doing it with the greatest statistical stats. Think about Derrick Rose. If we label, they would have probably said Derrick Rose that MVP season was a point guard, and you look at his stats. His stats wasn't gaudy. His stats did not blow you out the water.
But we
He
seen, but
won
we
it because he played a point guard. He made sure he did a little bit of everything to help that Bulls team win. That's a point guard to me.
Yeah, but he was a general on the floor. Like we seen that.
That's a
I'm
point
saying,
guard.
yeah,
That's the same thing like Ja.
I don't
Derrick
know.
Rose MVP numbers was not crazy. Ja got those same type of numbers and didn't win the MVP.
But do you think Ja's as much as a general as Derrick Rose?
He got that member before he got there. The Grizzlies wasn't good no more. That
True.
wasn't the same Grizzly team that was winning when he got there. They won. They went up, and he had numbers. It wasn't like
Not immediately, but
what you
like
talking about. The
second
first year
season,
they went to the
second season.
playoffs. The first year they went to the whistle name. They played Golden State.
First year? Sure
They
it wasn't second
lost.
year? We
Or
don't
his
have to
first year
look
he
it up.
won. Or his first year he won rookie. If he didn't make the play, if he didn't make the play, he won rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year after that, I think he made the play in because that's when they beat the Golden State, and that's where the whole little rivalry thing
Mm-hmm.
started. But that team was got wins. Like he didn't come in and they just sucked. Like they progressed up. I mean, obviously they stuck right now,
Mm-hmm.
but he got them better. Same thing with Derrick Rose. When Derrick Rose got in the Bulls, they got better. They might got the same type of the same type of team, but that's the stats. The stat Derrick Rose MVP stats was not gaudy. If you look at all the MVP stats, him and Steve Nash probably got the lowest stats. When we talk about MVP performance, like those stats win the MVP. You looking at the box score, you're like hell no. But then you look at the game, like you said, Derrick Rose was a general. He had the highlights,
But
and they
but but
won.
look, you gonna also look at them teams, right? You're gonna look at okay, Bulls is probably number one in the East or number one in the league. You're gonna look at Phoenix, they probably number one in the East or number one in the league as far as wins. You know, as far as record, I mean, you know what I'm saying. So like that's another thing
Grizzlies
that
had the number one seed at least 2 years in a row, at least 2 3 years in a row. They've been a top three seed
not absolutely been
since
a
Ja
top.
came.
Yeah, no, they kept moving up every year. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about them MVP seasons of Nash and I mean, well, Nash, you know, people could argue them MVP seasons. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's a whole different debate. Uh D Rose, some people will argue Braun should have got it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like I just feel like D Rose, I never looked at D Rose to have crazy stats. It just the impact. Like he
So
know
you got him as an athletic lead guard.
I got D Rose of he don't make that many mistakes on the court, right? He don't really make mistakes on the court. And then two, he know when to do stuff, right? So he just got to me, nobody talks about his IQ really, but I talk about it. he knew when to do stuff, bro. That is real meaningful on the floor, bro. And
So
then like
that
and then
sounds like a lead
and then
guard to me.
and then yeah, he definitely a lead guard. And then the fact of that, what was I about to say? He don't really make mistakes like that. We don't really see Derrick Rose make mistakes like, and I used to hate that he used to jump pass because we all know jump passing most times could lead to turnovers.
And you know why he got
He
by with it, because
he
he's
was
so athletic.
yeah, he was one of the, and he passed that ball so fast. Like he was one of the people that he could make jump passes. Where like if people tried to copy his game, they probably gonna have way more turnovers doing that than Derrick Rose ever would. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, he ain't make that much mistakes, and he knew when to do stuff. He knew when to take over games. He knew how to outplay uh his matchup. He knew how to outplay defenses. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why Derrick Rose to me is
So
special.
so today, can we submit him into the point guard, or are we gonna leave him as an athletic lead guard?
To me, he one of the best PGs of all time. You know what I'm saying? He just had a short career, but if it would have kept going, I feel like he definitely would be one of the best PGs of all time because not many people could like we seen D Rose win matchups versus everybody. Any person you want to name best point guards, D Rose won those matchups most times. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he was just beginning in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen him just beginning, and then his career was done. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he was winning them matchups. You know what I'm saying? So like, D Rose did like a lot of people they would look at John D Rose and be like they real similar. To me, Ja got some ways to go to be D Rose. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad if somebody say different, but like to me, I got D Rose higher than him. You know what I'm saying? I got D Rose higher than him. And like, cause put it this way, if he was D Rose,
I'm
right?
not mad at it though.
If he was D Rose, right, his career be done right now. His career over. Knees done. It's done now. You know what I'm saying? So right now we will be talking about Ja. Is he gonna come back? Is he gonna play? Is he gonna be the same play? That's what we be talking about right now. So if you take this small stuff from Ja, what accolades do he got?
Rookie of the year.
All right, at
That's
least
it.
D Rose. At least D Rose got an
And the All
MVP,
Star. And the All Star appearance. That's it.
right? You know what I'm saying? So like, at least D Rose got all them
Oh
same
no,
things.
and he got a most improved. I don't understand why he got most improved, but he got a most improved.
Whatever. That don't even mean nothing to me, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, but everything he got, D Rose had plus more at this point. You know what I'm saying? And then, but they will be done by now. You know what I'm saying? If we got to see D Rose keep going, we don't know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely think D Rose would have eventually got a chip. You know what I'm saying? On his own back. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean,
I,
but people could say that's speculative. You
I'm
don't
not
know.
mad. I'm
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that statement. I got them both on the same level. I personally like both of them, but I can see where you coming from with the job situation compared to D Rose. I'm not mad at the statement. I'm not mad at the assessment at all because I got him right there. But like you said, if you made the case that you made, can't really argue against it because D Rose got everything like you said. Ja got some stuff, but
And look, they ain't even know big men right now, right? D Rose was dunking on
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Ja
Ja
surpassed
dunking
him in
on
the highlight
Ja.
package.
No, Ja
Ja
dunking.
surpassed him in the highlight package.
No, no.
When it comes
Listen,
to that highlight package, Ja
listen,
surpassed him.
listen, listen, listen though. There ain't no big men now though. So you don't think Derrick Rose highlight package would be better?
No, for the simple fact, for the simple fact, for the simple fact, for the
Come on.
simple fact that, for the simple fact that Derrick Rose wasn't trying to do the highlight all the time. Like you just stated,
Facts.
John Morant, he wants to do the highlight. He wants to go fly over nigga. D Rose only uses athleticism when it was his time to go up or like
Yeah.
go up. Ja, he come into the game already knowing I'm about to try at least 6 times, and I'm gonna come from. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna cock this mother. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do it recklessly enough to where I might die. I might die on this dunk attempt.
Right.
Where Derrick Rose, he wasn't trying to die on the dunk attempt,
So what
even though
you saying? So what you
as
saying is
athletic as he was.
so what you saying is somebody chasing something, right? And somebody could do something without chasing it.
No, I still could do what Ja does athletic wise. I still don't think he could do it, but I see what you're trying to say. So yeah, I'm agree with that, but I don't think that Derrick Rose athletically could do what Ja do when it comes to that dunking. When it come think about what I'm saying to you. You thinking about the athleticism of his Derrick Rose is jumping high and being explosive. I'm talking about Ja jumping in the air and doing 360s, throwing the shit between his legs. Derrick Rose is not doing that. Not saying Derrick Rose ain't capable. He just not doing that.
Nah, ja, see the
Ja
thing is
Morant trying to do that.
Ja don't care, right? Like Ja, if Ja can run by you every time and dunk it, he gonna try to do it, right? Where, like I said, D Rose, he thinking the game right from the beginning. Like it's something that they don't talk about, but he thinking the game right from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So he not like you said, he not chasing that. He looking to like win the game. How I'm about to outplay this defense. Like that's his
I'm a,
mindset.
Ja plays with athleticism. Derrick Rose is just athletic. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because like you said, Derrick Rose, if you go look at his high school stats and college stats, he wasn't a big 30, 50 point scorer. He was a lead guard that was just super athletic. And when he wanted to show his athleticism, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
Ja, he gonna show you his athleticism because he plays athletic.
yeah.
He want to show you that shit. With Derrick Rose, I don't think he cared to show you. Like, if he got a W, if he got a win, not saying that makes him better than John Morant. It's just that this their mentality was different. Ja gonna make sure you see his athleticism. Derrick Rose, he gonna let you see it, but the timing got to be right for
That's
it.
not the main thing on his mind.
Yeah, the timing got to be right for it. Ja is gonna go. If he gotta go from the free throw line or the dotted, he gonna go
Here's
for it.
my thing. You, who you want as your point guard? You on a team with them? Who you want? Ja D Rose.
That's a good ass question.
Who you want as your point guard?
Damn, I want both of them because I thoroughly enjoy both of them dudes.
Me too.
But
Me
if
too.
I'm gonna be, if
You
I'm gonna
cannot
be,
watch Ja play and smile. It's impossible.
if
But
I'm gonna be realistic, let's just, I'm no bullshit aside. Let's be realistic. All right, I'm gonna go back to the point I just made. Not saying Ja's not a winner because his track record he won, but I know for a fact Derrick Rose in high school he was a winner. He got to
college too.
college, he was a winner. He got to the NBA, he's a winner. Not saying Ja, Ja was winning in high school, Ja was winning, but this the levels. It was a different level. Murray State, Memphis is two different levels, and because of that, I would I I would take Derrick Rose because I'm still a basketball purist.
And,
I
and
love the
and
highlights.
let's
I,
keep it
I love
100.
the highlights. I love
D
the highlights, but
D
give
Rose
me a lead
Memphis
guard that can
probably
score. That
changed the
can.
whole college. How the one and done thing that probably is because of D Rose almost. Actually, I might give it is because of D Rose. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
gotta go back. I gotta go. I gotta go look through
Like
the.
we seen one and done. Like we seen Melo one and done before that. But what I'm saying, what made it a thing was Calipari and D Rose. They made the one and done a thing. Like bro, you gotta give them 75% of the credit for that. You got to. You really
I
got
said
to.
I gotta go. I just gotta go back. You're probably absolutely 100% right. Before I stamp it, I just want to make sure.
Mhm.
But right now, you're probably absolutely 100% right because that was Memphis. So
Memphis
at that time,
Calipari. Because think
at
about
that
it, but
time the one and dones was
you
it
wasn't
wasn't a
hearing one and done.
thing. It wasn't a
Nah.
thing yet.
And then right after that, every year, one and dones, one and dones, one and dones, one and dones. It was
I gotta
Calipari
go
D
back and
Rose.
do the research because I feel like
You won't gotta
I
do
know
a
for
lot.
sure
Trust me. You won't gotta
Derrick
do a
Rose is
lot.
not the first one and done
No,
player.
no, he not. Like I just said, we seen Melo, we seen other people before him. But what I'm saying is they didn't make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just like they're special, they're one and done.
But
But
see, this is the thing though. I do you think if Derrick Rose they don't make that finals game, do you think he's still getting drafted? Let's just say they don't. Let's say Memphis did not make the tournament that year. Do you think he's still doing one and done?
I
I don't
still
think so.
no. Put it this way: like not making a tournament. First of all, that's a bad look. So, not making a tournament, I still think he won and done. I don't think he go high like he did, right? But if you say they make the tournament but they get eliminated somewhere instead of the championship, I still think he's one and done and a lottery pick. You feel me? I think he won and done no matter what. But I just think if he don't make the tournament, he not lottery. I think if he make the tournament in any capacity and lose, he lottery. You know what I'm saying? And obviously he got to the championship, and we already know about the refs. I ain't gonna get into all that. I'm gonna get mad again. You know what I'm saying with that. But you know what I'm saying? He number one pick just for making the chip. You know what I'm saying? And if he would have won the chip, that would have been one of the craziest chips that we've seen because Memphis was really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they was all right. Like we already know they had Darius Washington and them and all that. You know what I'm saying? But before that, but they really wasn't like nobody talking like Memphis is them guys. And then D Rose coming, they number one team. You know what I'm saying? So like um if he would have won that chip, his whole college career, even though it was 1 year, would be held in a whole different light. You know what I'm saying? Because look how they look at Melo's career, his college career. You know what I'm saying? I think D Rose would have been more impactful than Melo's. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was at Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So like, um, I still think he won and done. But like, put it this way: if they didn't make the tournament and he won and done, I don't think after that everyone gonna be doing them one and dones like that. It's the fact that he got to the chip. They was like, yo, this freshman came in, got his team to the chip, and he the best player in college basketball. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you gotta remember, after that, Calipari, he got he got nothing but number one recruiting classes after that. And every player that he recruited after that was one and dones. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm saying. Like, and then because of that, he made other coaches start having to do that same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's why I say it's because I'm not giving all the credit to just D Rose. It was D Rose and Calipari, but like them together, they was really the jumping off point because they was like Calipari had the best pitch to any kid that was about to come in. Like, look what I just did with D Rose. Everybody like, yep, you right. I'm coming there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then after that, all his plays been won. Even when like Memphis wasn't as good um the next years as they was with D Rose, but he still got one and done plays. Then he went to Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyreek Evans Memphis wasn't D Rose Memphis. You know what I'm saying? They told two different caliber teams. You know what I'm saying? But he still got one and dones. Then he went to Kentucky, one and dones. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
No, you make a valid point. You make a valid point. I can't deny it at all. So basically, the moral of the story is we got to cut out the labels. We got to stop
I don't
labeling
like
these
the
point
labels, man.
guards. We got to start with the labels and get back to there's a point guard, and like you said, this dude he's just a special player.
Right, right. Cause think about how many just star players average like, you know what I'm saying, 5 to 8 assists just because they just a star player. You know what I'm saying? So, but we gonna start saying like, nah, they could play point guard if they want, or know what I'm saying? They one of the best passes. Like we ain't never seen no small forward pass like this. We ain't seen no power forward pass like this. Like, yeah, but we ain't see them have the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they just we just in the era of give the star player the ball and let them make the plays. You know what I'm saying? And then if we give a star player the ball and they don't make the plays, that's when they bad mouth them crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just the era we in right now.
That's a fact. Oh, you heard it here, man. We gonna get rid of the labels. D Rose is that dude. Josh trying to get to be that dude on his way. LaMelo, Tyrese, they them dudes. And we got a lot of bags. It's a lot of bag talk in the NBA.